G'day guys, welcome back to another build on building with the pack. Now I'm back here in Australia, so there's no pack, unfortunately. They're all back in Spain. But I'm going to build a fence for my brother's property that he just bought. So it's a JARRAH fence, going from right where we are down to the front of the property. First step is we got to dig some holes, get some posts in. It's nice and hot, good day for it. Let's get into it. It is roasting out here today. I've only got to get the posts in, so I can't do much other than that. Got to let them set overnight before I can start cutting notches and things like that. Oh yeah, 3 to go. Definitely should have started earlier. It's 40 degrees today by the moment. I don't know what that is if you use a less logical measurement system like imperial, but 40 degrees Celsius. Yeah, 3 posts to go. Have to do a bit of cutting on the first post because the way that it sits against the old fence that's there, if I concrete it in, I can't run my saw all the way through it. So it'd just be easier to cut the notches first and then put it in the ground. Yeah, it might be beer o'clock, I reckon. Unless I nail this bottle flip and it's 5 more minutes break. Alright, we got all the posts in. Pretty happy that that's done. It's 37 degrees here in the car. And the car's been parked in the shade the whole time, under that tree. So it's pretty warm, but I didn't do that notch in the end on the first post. I'll show you that in the morning. Well, maybe later. Go and sit in an aircon for a bit, drink a lot of cold water, and then I might come back Savo and keep going. Right, day 2, morning session. Today the plan is we're going to cut all the posts to height, put all the rails in, get that final post in as well, so it's all ready for the palings. Maybe start the palings, but it's going to be even hotter today than yesterday, so see how far we get. Alright, so the GoPro is not enjoying the heat, and I can't blame it, but where we're up to there is cut the post tops, and then I was going along marking all of the locations on the post of where the rails are going to run through, so we can notch them out, and then we'll put the rails in so they're sunk into the post. I've set the saw, the circular saw, to the depth of the width of the rails now, so I can just run them through, make all the notches, get them out with a chisel. I'll show you that next. Hopefully the GoPro lasts more than a couple of minutes, but that'll be next, and then we'll put all the rails in. Yeah, I tell you what, 40+ degree days, you really realise that you're getting a bit too old for this stuff. I said stuff. For the right time. Right, all the notches are done down there. It's time to get moving though, because the car's sitting here under this tree in the shade, and she's 39 degrees, so who knows what it is down there on the gravel. But yeah, now we'll get all the rails up. See, I've just propped one up there, but we'll put all the rails in, put in this last post, and then GTFO. Alright, got the rails in. My earth, that was hot. When I started the car a couple of minutes ago, to put the aircon on, it was 41 in here, in the car, in the shade. Now it's 40. But yeah, we got it. So I'm gonna go and find a pool and I'm gonna swim in it. That's the plan for the hour. I might come back here later and do some palings, but see how I pull up in 2 hours. Well, this is gonna be heaven. Oh, joy. Right, here for day 3. We're going to start putting up all the palings. So we're going to start up this end. Got the first one in, left the screw out a bit so I can chuck a string line on, run that all the way down to the other end, so that as I'm screwing in the screws, we've got a nice straight line. Let's do it. No afternoon session yesterday. Just every time I've thought I'm coming back in the afternoon, it's been too hot. So the process works pretty well at the moment. Putting in 3 or 4 at a time, string line holes in there, leveling up every 3rd or 4th one. And hopefully, once the sun comes up, I can move the car, if I'm good enough at reversing, to use this as shade. So if I can get back closer to the fence and the sun's up, I should be able to work underneath this and not die. That worked well. not winter. Most satisfying thing every time I do it. All right, well, we got there. That system of 5 palings, screw the top, 1 at the bottom. That carried on all the way. Went in pretty quick, really. It's only 1 o'clock here. Just starting to get pretty warm though. So good time to get to that pool. Yeah, all we got now is obviously finish all the screws. The middle rail has almost none. The top only has 1, so half of that's done, and the bottom just has the occasional one, so there's most of that to go. There's 268 palings in total, 6, call it 5 per paling, because we've already got 1 definite on each one, so 268 times 5, it's about 1400 screws. No. Yes, 1300 screws, 1350, somewhere around there. But so that'll be for tomorrow. yeah, a lot of drilling, a lot of screwing, and then obviously you run the saw. So we'll have 1 sloping panel, run the saw up there, and then ping a chalk line across the top and run the saw all the way along, and she'll be done. And then it'll be the weekend. Right, see you tomorrow. So first day I actually came back in the afternoon after saying I would every day, but I'm back here this arvo. Got all the extra screws we're going to need. So I've got 1360 and I need 1340, so all of those are going to go in. See how far we get today. Pretty nice, the shade's actually creeping up the driveway, so if I start down this end, I should pretty much be in the shade the whole time. But yeah, plan is drill heaps of holes and then grab the impact driver and put the screws in. Let's do it. That, but 1,000 times. I need my music. All right, we're pretty close to halfway. I'm doing the middle rail and the top rail. That's where we started. And that's where we are. Finally I had 360 of these belt-fed screws left. These were left over from many years ago when I used to work here, but they are for a belt-fed screw gun. But the only problem is you can't use it on JARRAH because it's too hard. You have to pre-drill it, and it's more of a hassle using the gun and trying to align the screw than it is to just use it into wood that you don't need to pre-drill. So a little bit more of a pain in the ass drilling them out of this, but we only have 7 more and then we're onto the box, so that's good news. Nice comfy chair too. So that'll be probably, I got to paling 200 on the top, that one there. So we got 68 more, just the one, so that 100 there, so 2 each, 200 plus 570 odd does the whole bottom. What's that? That 800 left for tomorrow. And yeah, I'm glad I came back this arvo and did those 800, because doing what I just did now plus the 800 for tomorrow would not be a riveting day. Right, see you later. All right, we are back for day 4. We're going to finish this off this morning. We've got about 700 more screws to put in. You know the drill. DeWalt, pre-drill them, put the screws in, we'll keep that going, and then we just got to run the saw along the top, get that nice and straight. Let's do it. Really called an Uber and sent that one home. Nice. Last screw on the middle rail. Now he's got to finish, it's only 60 odd up the top, and then we'll get onto the worst one of all, the bottom. Alright, string line set up for the bottom rail. We just need to downsize our chair. 1,614th screw. And the last one. Thank God. Screws are in. Very good. Last thing left to do now is we'll get a chalk line and ping a line across the top, and then we've just got to run the saw over it, pick up all the pieces, and the fence is done. Bloody ripper. Perfect timing, lunchtime on a Friday. Couldn't have timed it better. Final step. Dusty work. Now we just gotta cut the angle, the slope panel, so that's gonna cut from there just up, following the rail. Do that and we're done. Done deal. Yeah. And there it is. Mission accomplished. So pretty straightforward really to build a JARRAH picket fence or any picket fence. It's the exact same process. But yeah, it's come up really nice. Really widened the driveway too. The old one was an old JARRAH fence that was collapsing over and further onto this boundary than before, so it's made quite a difference. Down this end, my brother had told me just to run off what was here, so run off this height, but then when my dad came, he had the great idea that seeing as this thing's falling apart, one day that's going to be replaced, and we don't want to have a super low point on this fence. So even though I've run the rails and the post down to the height of that, I've left the palings up higher at 1.2, so that one day when this is changed, you have variability. 1.2 is as high as you're allowed to go, so he can go as high as he wants and then just recut that angle up there. But yeah, come up very nice. Happy with that. Like I said, it's Friday, so go and have a few beers, if you know what I mean. Yeah, thank you for watching, and yeah, building with the pack goes international. Probably won't do another one of these while I'm over here on holiday now, so I'll leave it at that. Merry Christmas to everyone. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, do all that good stuff for the channel, and I'll see you when I'm back in Spain. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer, and the best cold beer is Emu Export. Don't believe the lies.